Hey guys, Arnold Broad here with another news update on men's health. And in this issue, I want to talk about erectile dysfunction and how vitamin D plays a role in possibly helping it and in possibly making it worse. So if you have any questions about this video or any of the videos on my channel, just give me a call or text me at 609-410-4790. If you'd rather email me, there's a link in the description below this video. Take you to an email form. Now let's see what we have here today. Now, several studies over the past years have looked at vitamin D deficiency as a possible clue to why some men suffer from ED. Doesn't apply to everybody, but some men. And a new study out of Italy is suggesting that low levels of vitamin D appear to increase the risk of ED. Doesn't necessarily mean that if you take a lot of vitamin D it's going to reverse ED, but if you have low levels there's a chance that you have an increased risk of ED. Now, the role vitamin D plays is pretty important in general for your general health, but it's also in the production of free radicals. It helps to keep the production of free radicals down, and especially a specific kind of free radical called superoxide ions. Now here's where it gets really interesting, because superoxide ions deplete nitric oxide in your system. Now at the end of this video I have a link to another video on nitric oxide therapy, but nitric oxide is super important in maintaining sexual health. It's also super important for your blood pressure and cholesterol levels and healing complications of diabetes and even helping to reverse type 2 diabetes. Nitric oxide, just remember that. So all men with ED should have their vitamin D levels checked. And it's really simple. It's just a real simple blood test. And what you're looking for is vitamin D levels in terms of at least 50 on a scale. And I've had doctors tell me they would like to see it between 70 and 80. But somewhere between 50 and 80 is a good number to try for. Even though there is that disagreement, you really want to get to that level. Most people who are not tested and don't eat a optimal diet probably have vitamin D levels in the 25 range. Now, sunlight certainly is a source of vitamin D, fortified food, fatty fish, and supplements. Now, generally speaking, doctors will advise around 2,000 IUs a day of vitamin D3. It's an oil vitamin, so you want to take it with a meal that contains fat. But if you're really deficient, I've had doctors say, and I've read where they're saying, take 5,000 units a day, even more, until you get your levels back to normal, or till optimal anyway. And in the winter times, if you live in the Northeast, in winter states, the Midwest, where the sunlight is really diminished in the winter, you're going to need more vitamin D supplementation because you're not outside as much. Now, talked about nitric oxide a bit. Nitric oxide therapy works at healing the lining of your blood vessels called the endothelium, so your body can naturally produce adequate amounts of nitric oxide. So once you keep your vitamin D levels up, if you also engage in nitric oxide therapy, you have a really powerful formula for reversing ED issues. Now, if you'd like to see a really good video on nitric oxide therapy, there's a link to one in the description below this video. If you have any questions about nitric oxide therapy, about this video or any of the videos on my channel, just give me a call or text me at 609-410-4790. I'd like to thank you for stopping by today and watching this video. Have a great day, and here's to your good health.